Hello friends, it is going to be a very busy day. Hello Bebe, hello baby. Okay, we have a lot to do today. I've got my iGarden robot doing her job. Let's go say hi to the chickens, who pooped in my shoe, by the way. Thank goodness we have the schlogs, but that was rude. Huh, Pepe? As you guys know from my last video, they were out because we had some baby possum in the coop. Oh my goodness, flies everywhere. Oh good, the water drip system is working well. Hi babies, what are you doing, Blanca? You look like a happy girl today. I'm kind of triggered now. I feel like I need to go into the coop and check for baby possum. Salty girl, what are you doing? Hi, Blanca. She's finally stopped being broody. I kind of need to come back here and tidy up after yesterday. That was such an insane experience. The babies are doing great, by the way. I've been updating you guys on Instagram. But I'm like, now I'm worried that she's gonna drop more of her babies off. I mean, the more the merrier, but still. Just gonna check around here and make sure we don't have any little babies. Nope, okay. I really do need to spend a little time cleaning out here. This is not right. This is not right. You can see most of this has been cut back here just because of trying to get the mom to come in. So, anyway, I digress. Let's see who's in the coop. Let's see who's in the coop. Hi, Pam. Okay. We've probably got a couple cucumbers. The chickens may have pecked at these because they were out here. No, maybe not. All right. I'll allow it. Trying to keep the chickens from pecking these tomatoes. Oh, look! A tomato! Okay, we're gonna spend a little time in here. I was gonna make some zucchini fritters today. These are, whoops, we're all eating as well. Another eggplant. Yeah, a lot of zucchini. Okay, we're definitely making fritters today because I need to cut this back. Thank God my husband comes home from Texas today. And he was gone for an entire week with our son. So it'll be really nice to have him home. All right, let's go inside. We're letting all the flies in. We got the house still decorated for fall, looking beautiful. So today, I'm gonna do the dishes real quick. I wonder who put this here. You don't eat Spanish rice. Okay. We'll need to clean this out. This is not how we live. I had the most delicious factory meal this morning, or this afternoon for lunch. It's 12:57 at the moment. Oh, hold on one second. And then I've ordered 2 giant orders, one from Costco and one from Target, just because I needed stuff from different places. I want to do a little restocking in here, fill things out, just get this a little tidied up. And then I actually ordered a system for the garage, and I'm going to move a lot of this stuff into the garage. I just feel like I can't even really access this area, and I want to move all of my like food storage items here. Like all of this needs to move out there. I have a perfect place for it. So that's like a humongous project to do today. These types of things, I can definitely move a lot of this out of here. I don't mind like serving trays in here and things like that, but seasonal items that I'm not going to be using for the next probably 6 months definitely need to get moved out of here. So we're going to do that today, hopefully. And obviously, like, all of this needs to get moved. This stuff, I don't even know what's in that box. It's just very, like, I think this is just kind of natural that the house gets out of rhythm. And then, once a month, you kind of have to get everything back in order, which is lovely. Things look pretty good out here. Tidy up a little bit, but we have so many packages that have arrived in the last couple days, like so many packages. This is all the kids' back to school stuff. I haven't ordered new lunch boxes in a long time, so I went ahead and ordered new ones. I got some church shoes for the kids, a couple of just simple ones, and then those pillows I didn't need that I ordered arrived, so we're gonna unbox those. I got some cute Mackenzie Childs things from QVC, I think that's what that is, which is very exciting. I haven't redone my bedroom yet, but we're going to. That's how that looks. But we have a lot to do. I'm going to start with the dishes, and we are going to wait for all of our stuff to get here, and let's get started.
For a while, I would have told you I miss your smile. I thought of you as a friend who can't let go, but when you left I could feel it grow, like a body of water, sleeping through the edges of my soul.
Well, happy Saturday, friends. I have to tell you, my to-do list is so insane right now, and I want to tell you, so I filmed this yesterday on Friday, and I had intended on just cleaning the house a little bit. Maybe I filmed this on Thursday. I don't know. The days have all mushed together. I feel like that always happens during summertime, but I intended on just restocking the refrigerator and kind of tidying up the pantry, but there was something like either dead or rotten. It ended up being something rotten in the pantry, and it smelled bad. And I was like, I'm going to just kind of find that, clean it, what have you. This day went so insanely off the rails. I can't even tell you. I even had my to-do list that I had for this day sitting right here, and it does say Thursday, so it was Thursday. I had to clean the kitchen, go clean my room. I needed to do laundry. I didn't do any of that. We did tidy the kitchen. You'll see later in this video, but it's just, this is a great example of when you kind of get a little ADHD and decide to like go full on cleaning, decluttering when that wasn't on your to-do list. Like, I had no intention of doing that. I definitely, as you could see, needed to tidy up this refrigerator because it was so out of sorts. So it's just like it's chaos in here. You will also see that I must have at least 800 pounds of cheese in here. At least 800 pounds. Like, I don't know why I had so much cheese, but I think when I went to put in my weekly orders, because I couldn't see anything, I just kept ordering cheese, okay? We have so much mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. I literally last night, we were watching a movie and I was just Googling recipes that necessitate Parmesan cheese and mozzarella cheese because I have so much. I'm slightly embarrassed at the amount of cheese in here. This isn't healthy. So we do need to organize that. The good thing is it doesn't expire till some of it January, but most of it in December. So I've got enough cheese to last me through the winter. But we're going to get that organized. I put in a giant order from Costco. I need to get racks for the garage, which we kind of went over at the beginning of this video. I did have intentions to build that this night. I started cleaning at 12:45. I did not stop till 5:30 cleaning. Like, I went so crazy, you guys. I even stopped filming and just turned my music up and just went nuts. So if you ever have those days where you're like, you have the energy to actually tackle some of those larger projects, just let it go, girl. Just let it go. Just let it rip. Go do your organizing. It's, when you get in that mood to actually get up and tackle large projects like this, I say just let it happen. There are many days, I'm pretty honest, like all of July, I said on my to-do list, I need to clean this refrigerator. It's disgusting. I can't even see what's in here. A bunch of stuff in here was expired, and I didn't have the energy to do it. Like, I woke up and decided to do other things. So anytime that you find yourself like encouraged and excited to tackle a larger project that you otherwise haven't had the energy to do, I just say do it. I mean, I was really happy to get this done. And while I did not get all the other things done, like I wanted to get the garage organized this day, didn't do that. It's still sitting in the living room at this moment. I wanted to finish the media room for our family night. Didn't finish that. I wanted to move all the play stuff that was in the hallway into the media room. Haven't done that either. I wanted to declutter my closet and get rid of a bunch of stuff and put it on Poshmark. Haven't done that either. And I didn't make my bed. So, you win some, you lose some. But today, at least, we got a very clean pantry and a beautifully clean refrigerator. So we have Costco coming. I've got a bunch of things I've ordered from there. And then I also have a Target run of just household stuff. I also hated all of these containers. So I got these nice lunch meat and cheese containers at Home Goods. And I always like to keep them in there. We go through it because it's a family of 6. We go through these pretty quickly. So I don't mind doing that. But if you maybe don't go through it as quickly, just put a little Post-it on top with the date, the expiration date of the cheese and meat that you put in there. That always helps as well. But I find it to just be a more compact way to store things. Like we have salami, turkey, and ham, and I don't need to like stack all those up. So I like to put it in these little containers. It's just a nice way to keep them fresh and also keep them compact in the refrigerator to make room for other things.
It was never under my control, you know.
I love using these refrigerator drawers for things that I grab all the time instead of stacking them. I will link these down below with some other things I like to use around the pantry and in the kitchen overall, refrigerator, whatnot, down below in case you're looking for something similar. But I like to keep things that I cook a lot with. So in the summer, I had in here like tomatoes and jalapenos, but as we're moving into the fall months and back to school, I tend to use onions, carrots, and celery, like a mirepoix, pretty much on the regular. So I want to keep those where I know I need to restock them. And I am very excited. So today, it's Saturday. I'm going to get this video up, and then my husband and I are cleaning the garage, and we're going to try my pickles. I am so excited. He, like I said in the previous video, he actually has history of like canning. He canned stuff with his grandmother. So he wasn't here when I canned those, but I did use a similar recipe and I used his canning spices. So today we're going to try those and I will film that. I am so excited. I did blanch them. So my hope is that, oh wait, I don't know if that's what that's called, but I did put them in an ice bath because I wanted them to be crunchy. So we're going to find out today if that worked. If it did, you got to try it, especially if you have a garden with a lot of cucumbers. We have a lot of harvesting to do today. We're going to clean the garage. I'm going to do some more zucchini fritters. I didn't film that, but I did end up making these. I'm really excited about that. But here is everything we ordered. All 3 orders were delivered. I had an order from Target, an order from Costco, and an order from Home Depot. Those are the racks I picked out to put in the garage. We're going to be building a kind of a wine storage room where I put all my decor, just because we have a huge collection of wine from our old house, and we're having all of it moved over, and we need to make sure that it is in a conditioned space. So we're trying to figure that out in this moment. So of course my decor is going to have to go back to storage. I wanted to keep it here, but it's just not going to work out like that. That giant box that I said I was going to open the last video, I still haven't opened. It's still sitting downstairs. I just haven't had a minute. That is all my kids' back to school stuff. Their uniforms, shoes, and all of those unnecessary pillows I purchased and immediately regretted when I went and got all my fall decor and realized that I already have more pillows than any human would ever need. So I need to figure out like a group of women here where I live in Napa that would like to take my decor. Most of my friends usually will come and take stuff, but I'd love to reach out to other women who possibly, couldn't afford these extra little things that I can just give them away. I think that would be an awesome thing to do. I don't know what kind of platform to do that. Maybe like Facebook, even though I'm not on that, but it would be nice to be able to share it with other people in my community because I have more than I need.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a quick run through because I have a lot to do. So some of these are for my organizational room. Some are for my husband's stuff. Oh my God, that was a lot. I want to actually organize all my fall stuff, and I'm getting rid of a ton of it as well. Oh, we have toilet paper, paper towels, Tide. Let's pray to God I didn't order any more cheese. We have milk. I just ordered snacks to kind of replenish. My daughter's been baking a lot, so I wanted to get some baking goods, some mouthwash, just lots of snack stuff for the kids. Jesus, oh no, okay, I'm fine with that. Those are just snacks. Little ice cream, some stevia. What else oh, I love these Brie Bites. We gotta put those away. I got some more food savers, snacks, just to replenish for the pantry. And what do we have here? Potatoes, onions, more lighters for the grill, vegetables, fruit. So glad I bought these because the tomatoes I had were not looking good. Bell peps, some more protein, and lemons, limes, oranges, some bagels as well. Oh, and these, I always get these because I like to make the kids breakfast sandwiches with those, but this was very exciting. I got those and these. How good does that look? I might put these in my office just to have like grab and go snacks. As we get back into school, sometimes we make hot cocoa just to kind of get some of our unpleasant morning people kids excited. So I got those. And I haven't obviously been using the Keurig because it's summertime, but it's up there. So I'll grab that, bring it down. We're going to use those bins to organize a lot of this type of stuff that I'm not using right now. And we're going to come through here and just tidy. The other thing we're doing today is I am going to go through and throw these away. I've probably had this for 5 years. It's actually in still pretty good condition. I don't know if I'm going to throw it away. It's only ripping a little, but some of these have ripped a lot. So I want to go through all of this. I want to get rid of things that don't have lids, that I don't intend on using in the new school year. I think this one is the one. Yeah, like this is a great one too. I love this company. But we've had this since I think Teddy was in preschool and he's going into 4th grade. So actually, considering it's held up really nicely, considering he's had this since he was in TK. I'm actually quite impressed. I hate throwing things away, but it is coming apart, so that will be one to go. So we're going to go through these. My kids didn't like these this year. They said they were unnecessarily heavy, which they really are, but they're great if you want to keep food cold. So, yeah. Oh my God, that was a lot. I'm going to go turn on the air conditioner, turn my music back on, I'll give you a sneak peek of the refrigerator. Current kitchen situation. We've got some beverages up here. I love these, by the way. This is how I start every morning. I actually already had mine today, but then I felt like a little bit more. We've got our AG1, all of our eggs. These are just grab and go for Mirepoix. We're going to chop up some onions today just to have them ready to go, especially sliced onions for sandwiches. We've got our sandwich stuff here. It's just, I don't know. And then just a ton of cheese. Like, this is diabolical amount of cheese. Like, well, I don't even know. I'm gonna have to come up with like 500 recipes to get rid of all of this Parmesan, but luckily it expires in January, so I've got plenty of time. We're gonna add some more grab and go snacks up in here, but I've got some yogurt for the kids. I love these little pickles we made. I'm not gonna try them until my husband gets home. He gets home late tonight, but I really wanna try them with him. We've got butter, and replenish the milk. This is already feeling so much better. than it was before, because this was, I feel like life was just so out of control there for a minute. But we're gonna get it all put back together. I'm gonna make some of those little protein cups I like to make. We're gonna chop up things like this and put them in these grab and goes for my son to take to football and basketball practice. He really likes these, and they're really great to add a little, chocolate protein bars. I love these different chomps. And then I do cheese, or I mix them all up. They're always different. So we're gonna make a bunch of those as well today. And yeah, I think I'm gonna get started on this, and then we'll head into the pantry and get this organized. But we have a lot to do.
Sleeping through the edges of my soul, and getting harder. It was never under my control, you know. Some things change, are lost and found, or gone forever. But this is what you are to me, like a body of water. Sleeping through the edges of my soul, and getting harder. It was never under my control, you know.
Okay, so this is where things really took a turn. It's probably about 1:45. It's been about an hour. I was cleaning the refrigerator and stuff was kind of piling up. And then I kind of got all of that thrown away. And now I was like, I'm going to come into the pantry and make room for all of the things I just purchased. And I started to go through these bags. And then I started to go through every box. And at one point my camera died and I was going to continue to film. It's very tight in here, okay? It's hard to film in here in the first place. But I was in here for almost 4 hours, you guys. I was sitting on the floor, going through everything. Sometimes when I have days like this, I wouldn't say anxiety, but I get overwhelmed, not by the amount of cleaning I have to do. I actually really enjoy cleaning. I find it to be like therapy. I have my music going, or I'm watching a murder mystery, or I've got a podcast going, or I'm watching other YouTube moms clean their house. I always love those types of videos. And I will tell you, I feel like there are often times where I get upset with myself for some of the things I purchase, okay? Like, it's like the dollar section at Target. It's like, why did I buy this stuff? I don't need this. I don't know why. Oh, I like the color. I thought it was cute. I thought I might use it. And then I start to get like upset with myself over the consumption. Like, why do I need I have at least probably 30 different placemats in here. Chargers, I probably have about 20 different chargers and 6 of each of all of that, and plates for every single day and season. I know that first and foremost, it's part of what I love about being a homemaker, is being creative, making my tablescapes. I've done it since the kids were little, even before I was on YouTube. I've always loved making life exciting, and I always find that giving the kids a reason to get excited to gather around the table outside of the food was always kind of fun. But now as I'm aging and getting older and the kids are kind of moving, a little bit of a faster pace, I just think I might need to edit that. I'm going to give that to one of my kids to go untie that, because I know I didn't make that mess, okay? So I did spend quite some time in this area getting rid of quite a bit of stuff. Some of it I'm keeping, some of it I'm not, but it does feel good to actually have gotten a lot of this cleaned. I still want to edit most of it down as far as the decor, but I just feel like life is changing a bit, and I just don't need all the little whimsical things that the little kids liked when they were little, but now they're getting older and they're just happy to spend time with us, sit down at the table. We talk about the week. I mean, I'm not going to stop decorating the table, but maybe I don't need a different plate for every night of the week. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's time. We are also going to restock some of the dry goods I have on the other side. I have half of my decanters are needing replenishment, so we're going to do that as well. I feel like we have been cooking up a storm this summer, and I really just want to get everything clean, restocked. I did come through here about a month ago and I pulled everything out and cleaned the actual like pantry, all of this whole area. But I did find a rotten banana back here. That's what was stinking. It smelled terrible. And I felt like those little mandarins were rather small, right? I don't think they were ready to be picked, but whatever. That's the one bummer part about having delivery is you don't get to actually pick the fruits and vegetables you get. And sometimes like I'll get a thing of strawberries and like half of them are rotten. And it's my fault. I'm being lazy. I should go to the store, but I was solo today. So I had all the kids at home. I wasn't able to go to the store. So I do appreciate things like Instacart for that reason, but it is kind of a bummer when you get bad stuff. But anyway, we're going to restock this and then I'm going to show you how everything turned out. I'm really, really pleased with this area. Not pleased that it took me an entire day. Okay, now that we are done in the pantry, it is many, many hours later. I wanted to go ahead and vacuum and I wasn't going to mop because my Roborock is still not working. I tried to fix it. It's just not charging. I don't know why. If you guys have a Roborock, give me some tips. I'll try to today figure out how to get it to work, but I've had to mop the house the last week or two and it's been a real bummer. I really don't like mopping. But we're going to do a quick little vacuum and then I'm going to go ahead and mop the entire kitchen area. I noticed walking around, like my feet were super dirty from the floor. I should have been wearing shoes, but I just was trying to be comfortable. It was very hot. I turned the air conditioner on. It was so hot. I was sweating. That sweater I was wearing, I've had, for probably like 5 years. It's one of my favorites, but it's very hot. So I wanted to get everything vacuumed, mopped, get the house reset, turn some chiller music on. I am very much looking forward to relaxing. I was so overwhelmed at this point by the amount of garbage we pulled out of here. The amount of just the packaging and all the stuff that comes from a restock is usually pretty overwhelming. There was zero chance I was going to be able to tackle any of the other projects I had on my list, but there's always today. So the next thing I wanted to do, which I should have done before I got started, was start the dishes. All the kids during this entire process were bringing all of their dishes from upstairs, like night water and things like that down. So I was ready to get all of that added here to the dishwasher, get that cleaned. I felt like, just being honest, I felt really, really overwhelmed at this moment. And it's kind of like that last 20% after a major clean where you can actually see the light at the end of the tunnel, but there's still so much to have done. I was just really tired, really overwhelmed. Really happy I got it done. Waking up the next morning, it just felt much cleaner and clearer. And I was really happy with how everything turned out, but it was really a lot of work. I was disappointed in myself at the time for letting it get this out of control, because if you just tidy, a little 15-minute tidy a couple times during the week, it shouldn't get this bad. But I have been neglecting all of the refrigerator cleaning days and my pantry cleaning days. I've just kind of been neglecting those areas. I think it's when you get to close the door and not deal with it. Those are the areas I feel like in our house that get like the most behind.
Way too much. It's like I've got no sense of touch. I'm always pouring out my heart. No, little by little here. I'm always pushing things too far. 2, 5, 6, 10 drinks at the bar. No boundaries, I get too close. No, little by little here. 'Cause I give my all. Oh, no, little by little I pour out my heart. Little by little here. I always run and hit the wall. I'd rather jump and risk the fall. I see no limits in the sky. No, little by little here. No, no, got stuck on working on myself. Thought I was wrong and needed help, but I'm just different, something else. No, little by little here. 'Cause I give my all. Oh, no, little by little I pour out my heart. Little by little here. I'm gonna go everywhere and be myself, I swear. I'm gonna give my all, 'cause I don't care if people will stop and stare. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly into the sky. Let me be all that I can be. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly into the sky.
Pepe, I don't need that. That's not a thing. Oh my gosh, okay. Wow, so it is 5:30. That took me all day, pretty much. These are all the bins of stuff that I used to set tablescapes with that I think I'm gonna put in the garage for right now because I'm really tired. I shouldn't have done this. This was way more than I had intended on doing today, and I just realized I don't need this much stuff. I don't really do spring tablescapes as much, and like, I don't know, you guys have kind of already seen everything we have, so definitely not. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Same with all of that. But we did get a couple crucial things done today that really needed to happen. I got the kitchen clean finally. I cannot believe it is 5:30. I'm gonna have to order a pizza for the kids. I am just absolutely spent. One, dishes. We got the dishes done. This was a really important project that needed to happen today. Getting this refrigerator restocked and clean. So I've got just juices and waters and stuff, AG1, tomatoes. I am not gonna clean this stuff today because I am just gonna go take a hot bath. Oh, nice. So some lettuce, carrots, celery. We'll clean these tomorrow. I already asked the kids not to eat them yet, or if they want to, just let me know. Our pickles, I've got all of this food here. Oops, salsa. And then we have a drawer of cheese and a drawer of more cheese and salami, some meats for the week, and then a giant drawer of cheese. So I was ordering cheese because this was so disorganized I didn't think I had cheese. And then this is all great. And the other really great thing is I found what was rotting in here. Ah, it smells so good. So I moved all of the serving trays up there. They were kind of scattered about, restocked the best I could. Didn't realize we didn't have this, but we'll get some more spaghetti. I was able to restock quite a bit. Some of this stuff, like this rice, I don't use, so I may just end up getting rid of some of that. I restocked olive oil, chicken stock. We have all of that stuff that we need here. It's just like a little bit more organized, and then all my canning and food preservative stuff. Ugh, I'm so tired. And then this got edited down, but I'm telling you, it needs, I'm definitely thinking deep and hard about life right now, because I don't know that I want all this stuff anymore. I moved the cat's food and dog's food in here. These are some cute things for our kids' lunches for back to school. And then the other great thing is I was able to do the same thing on this side, just throw away what was old and restock snacks. It was pretty empty in here. So we were able to get all of that done. Got all of our fruit. You can get these at HSN. I love these. They are also stackable as well, but it's great to just pop in here and grab what you need. So there's that. Restocked plastic. And then this was filled with all of those seasonal napkins. So I just did our everyday ones that we use as a family. And then in this drawer, I took all the candles that were kind of all over the place and just added them here. Sorry. And that's that. We have aprons I moved. They were hanging here. I moved them back over here. And water is a little back stock of stuff. But that took me almost 4 hours, just this part alone. So I'm glad I did it, but I still feel like I really want to have less in here. And otherwise, the kitchen is really lovely and clean. It is 5:28, so it's time for me to get off of the old YouTube, and I might sit down and enjoy a little downtime. It's really warm today, and oh my gosh, I'm so hot. But this right here is a vibe. I can picture myself. I didn't make the bed. I literally didn't get anything else on my to-do list done today except the pantry. That's how bad it was. I took out at least 8 bags of garbage and decanted things and just really got things dialed in. But my goodness, hi Roni, hi baby, hi little buddy. But yeah, that's that. I got something done today. Tomorrow, like I said, I have someone coming over to help me. So it's kind of nice that she'll be here because she can help me build these. And since my husband is coming home tonight, I'm sure this is going to be slightly overwhelming. So I might hide it in the garage because it's just so overwhelming to walk into. And I don't want him to be overwhelmed when he gets home. But so we're going to build these, and then that's where I'm going to put this type of stuff in the garage. And yeah, this looks so nice. Very pleased with how this turned out. Okay guys, I'm gonna let you go. Sorry I didn't film as much of the process, but it was really hard to film in the pantry. I wasn't, again, expecting to be in there that much, but I did get quite a bit done. This is 4th of July. This is spring, kind of Easter. This is fruit, so lemons. I've got one with strawberries and just kind of fun things I use throughout the seasons, but I'm just wondering the best way to go about storing this stuff and definitely staying away from home goods. Okay guys, it's time for me to go relax. I'll see you in the next video real soon. Bye.
Walk in heaven, aligned with what I get.